All right, so now how hard will it be for prosecutors to prove their case against Eric Nausch? Let's bring in our legal guys, Avery Friedman, a civil rights attorney and law professor in Cleveland. Good to see you.
Hi, Frederica.
And Richard Herman, a New York criminal defense attorney and law professor, joining us from Las Vegas. Good to see you as well.
Hi, Fred.
Okay, so now that everyone is learning that Tammy Myers' family knew the suspected killer, Avery, how much does this complicate the case? Or is it the sequence of events that further complicates the case and not necessarily the relationship?
Yeah, you just nailed it. I mean, this is no more a road rage case than the Man in the Moon. The fact is, it's a case where these parties, and for some reason, they decided, well, okay, we're going to have a shootout here, which is perfectly fine if you're Wyatt Earp, the OK Corral. We don't do things this way. We have two people brandishing guns. The fact is, there are charges, I think, involving Brandon Myers as well as Eric Nausch that relate to murder and attempted murder. And I think we've got a long way to go in this investigation to get to the truth.
Yeah, Richard, this is very confusing because now we're talking about if, you know, Tammy Myers and her son, she went to get her son who has this concealed weapons permit. And then now we're going to go out and look for the suspect, or we're going to look for somebody who just, you know, caused us some problems. That puts a whole new dynamic on the case. We're not talking about just a murder investigation now, but it's almost as though now the Myers family will be looked into, right, as inciting potentially, you know, this end result of a murder?
Well, that's real interesting, Fred. I'll tell you, it's hard for a lot of people to fathom that Las Vegas is much different than cities like New York City and Atlanta and San Francisco, where it's very difficult to get a concealed carry license. In Las Vegas or in Nevada, it's open license. You can walk around with a handgun without a license, and in order to conceal it, you have to get a license. So these people had guns, and they were legally able to carry the guns. The issue, Fred, that you just raised and Avery discussed briefly is this. We don't know really who shot the first shot here. We don't know. We know a shooting took place at the house and the poor woman was killed by a shot. We know that the shooter from the vehicle, the man who was arrested, shot 22 rounds. That means that's 2 clips in a 9mm gun. That's about 12 rounds each. So he almost emptied 2 magazines in the shootout. We don't know, however, if her son shot first, because if he shot first, Fred, the shooting may be justifiable. I don't know.
Even if it's 22 rounds?
We have a long way to go here.
No way. No way. This isn't the OK
22
Corral.
rounds. Don't say no way, because if he got shot at, he can defend himself. Force with force, you can defend yourself. It's a defense to the case. That's what I'm saying.
I guess it's okay. You don't have to call the cops when you face these threats. You can just shoot it out in the streets of Las Vegas. Doesn't make any sense to me, Richard.
If you get shot at, Avery, you're not going to call the police. You're going to react. And the reaction is to pull your gun and open and return the fire. That's what happened here. Why this escalated to this level, I don't know. Why the individual followed her home and opened fire on her front lawn, I don't know why everybody's pointing guns at everybody. It's not right.
Yeah, lots more questions. And I think just hearing the two of you provokes even more thoughts. And, you know, now we know exactly what prosecutors and, of course, you know, the defense attorneys are going to be up against. Avery Friedman, Richard Herman, always good to see you. Thanks so much for sticking around. We know you guys are so patient. You're so good and so reliable. Every weekend we count on you.
It's all for you, Fred.
And you deliver
we do it for you,
all
Fred.
the time.
That's exactly right.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. We'll be right back after this.